Time now for business news. Ongoing Middle East war has kicked up crude oil prices. The war has so far created difficulties in supplies, leaving many countries to restrict exports. The OPEC price has hit $105 per barrel, just as Brent crude sails higher, as well as WTI brands. Nigeria, with 2026 budget forecast of $64.85 per barrel, is positioned to earn higher revenue from crude sales, which may offset portions of her deficit budgeting. Yet, the country's oil production output has dropped to about 1.31 million barrels per day, according to latest figures from OPEC office. Many observers say the country needs to manage her oil and gas assets seriously to enjoy maximum gains from development in the global energy markets. Joining me live on TVC News at 7 to discuss this issue is an economy and development analyst, Afolabi Adetola. Ms. Adetola, Nigeria stands to earn more than she projected in the 2026 budget due to rising price in crude oil on the back of the Middle East war. But do you see us totally coming out of deficit hangover?
Well, yeah, good evening, and I'm happy to be here. In terms of, yes, we're going to earn a higher revenue as a result of an increase in oil price. Will it offset the entire Nigeria's budget? The answer is no, it won't. But it will definitely help. It will help a great deal. Like you rightly said, we have a benchmark in our national budget, which is around about $60 to $64 to $50 to $65. So production numbers, if you include condensate, comes to about 7.7 to 1.8 million barrels per day. Exchange rate assumption of about 1,000 to 1,500 range. So definitely what that will do is it will reduce our deficit. But again, we also need to look at the fact that, so from a positive side of things, we're going to have an increase in our federation revenue. That would also bolster our foreign reserves. But on the flip side of it, we would see, especially now that we have subsidy has been fully removed, we're going to see likely to be inflationary pressures and the likes as well. So again, I would say it's a sweet and sour kind of situation.
All right.
That we find ourselves.
But now you will agree that the world needs more of gas than anything else. But now it appears as though Nigeria has been wasting gases in the Niger Delta region. What templates could we adopt to help the nation in gas production?
Yes, Nigeria has the highest gas reserves in Africa. I will probably look at a 3-point strategy. One is I think we need to be able to utilize gas locally. We need to be able to help in developing our factories. Qatar has done similar thing, and I think Dangote plant, the fertilizer plant is doing that. We need to have energy clusters in the Niger Delta region. Government is building gas pipelines. There's the AKK gas pipeline. There are a couple of things coming up. So again, we need to see that. We also need to see, again, we've had issues around even payment to gas producers for local electricity. We need electricity to be able to help in driving growth for the economy. If Nigeria is able to harness all these resources, definitely gas is the future. But again, we need to even start locally.
All right. Now, let's talk about this lingering war in the Middle East. If the war steadies for a long time, would low-income economies not at some point have to go on their knees after paying huge prices for crude oil and associated products?
Yeah, unfortunately, they would have. It's for low-income economies, Kenya, Sudan, and the likes. We're likely to see more inflationary pressures. Food is going to increase. But generally speaking, also even the world is going to go through a global recession. Right now, even manufacturers are getting jittery and agitated as to the fact that they are not sure of what would happen with inputs and the likes on that. So definitely, it's not going to be easy for the low-income economies.
Economy and Development Analyst Afolabi Adetola, thank you for your time on TVC News at 7.
Thank you.